Hi, everybody. This is SAAD. I had not planned on posting any clips today. Woke up to an article in the National Post uh, describing the turn for the worse that Jordan Peterson has recently experienced with his attempts to uh, recover from some prescriptions, anti-anxiety prescriptions. Of course, I was well aware of what he was going through. As a matter of fact, I had just written to him a few days ago, uh, not knowing that it had gotten this badly. And then his daughter had released a clip, uh, stating, providing the latest reality that Jordan is facing. And so, of course, first let me mention again here that my heart goes out to Jordan and his family as they go through this terrible ordeal. Now, the reason I'm doing this clip is well beyond the fact that Jordan is a friend and so on. Rather, it continues a theme that I started a few days ago when I referred to Patton Oswalt's tweet regarding Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh, as you know, was recently diagnosed with advanced lung cancer, and Patton Oswalt showed no mercy. Now, some people wrote me, well, why should he show him mercy? Rush Limbaugh is a pig. He's disgusting. He deserves all that he gets. Well, I'm not sure that I agree with such sentiments. Let's leave such diabolically mean and callous sentiments to those who truly deserve it, the true miscreants of history, the serial pedophile, the Hitler types. We can disagree with people without wishing them a nasty, disgusting, painful death. And so here I want to continue with this theme. Of course, Jordan has built a huge legion of fans from around the world. But of course, he's also garnered a lot of hate and antipathy from people. Just being associated in some way with Jordan, you can get hate by proxy. Now, again, one can disagree with things that Jordan says or not. I leave that discussion for maybe another time. But the fact that people can post stuff that is truly bewilderingly nasty when someone is going through such a difficult ordeal defies my understanding of humanity. Or at least, again, as I said, short of you hating on Hitler, it defies what I consider to be within the normal range of human emotions to exhibit or display such vitriol to someone like Jordan. So let me share one such example. This is I'm not sure if I should have shared his name or not because I don't want him to receive what he probably wants, some much needed notoriety. You can go see it on my social media page if you want to know his name. This is a professor of law and medicine who writes, #karma. Jordan Peterson, oracle to gullible young men, preacher of macho toughness and hectoring bully to snowflakes, is addicted to strong drugs and his brain riddled with, quote, neurological damage. He deserves as much sympathy as he showed others. Just stop for a moment and think about that. This is truly independent of whether Jordan is a friend of mine or not. The fact that he's a friend of mine makes me that much angrier, but I don't know Rush Limbaugh, and I was angered by what Patton Oswalt wrote. When someone is going through a difficult period, this is when we can muster our humanity to show them compassion. That this person who probably doesn't know Jordan, doesn't know whether Jordan is a good person or not, and he is a good person. I may disagree with Jordan on some things, but Jordan is a good person who's helped millions of people, who certainly deserves our compassion. If we hear, even if he's a stranger to us, like this, I'm sure this guy doesn't know Jordan. What could compel you to exhibit this kind of hatred? It kills me. It truly, genuinely makes me so angry. Many of you know, if you follow me, I go after people's idea nonstop. Bill Nye with his craziness of solar panels causing terrorism. I went after him mercilessly for years. I went after his ideas. If I heard today that Bill Nye was sick, was facing trouble, do you think I could muster it in me to send such a vicious email or message? I couldn't, because I don't hate the man. I don't wish him a painful death. By the way, yesterday I received an email from someone who was commenting about an article I'd written in Psychology Today many, many years ago, maybe 10 years ago, where I was saying, look, we shouldn't treat a young female teacher who sleeps with her teenage student. Of course, it is grossly wrong, immoral, unethical, and in some cases, of course, illegal for her to have done that, and she should lose her job and the rest of it. But we shouldn't treat her under the guise of, equality as a serial, dangerous offender in the way that we typically, ascribe such labels to male serial pedophiles. Anyways, you can go and read that article if you're interested on my Psychology Today blog. So a person wrote to me and said, hey, I was molested by a female adult when I was a teenager or whatever, and you're minimizing my experience. You deserve to die. You deserve the most painful death that possible. And I thought about responding to this person to appeal to their humanity. And then I decided, you know what, probably I won't be able to reach this person. Of course, I wasn't saying that there is no such thing as women abusing sexually young boys and men. What I was speaking about is in the need to create equality of outcomes. In this case, the judicial system was trying to make it seem as though this young female teacher was this dangerous, potentially recidivist, serial pedophile, predatory pedophile, which she wasn't. That's the only point I was making. And yet someone 10 years after I wrote this article felt sufficiently compelled with their hatred to write to me and wish me a most painful death. And this human being walks amongst us. And that's exactly what's happening now with some of the reactions to Jordan. The vitriol that he receives is simply bewildering. You disagree with his ideas? Fine, go after him for his ideas. But to literally muster that kind of hatred defines what it is to be a good and decent human being. So, contrary to what this guy said about you, Jordan, my heart and mind and thoughts are with you and your family, wishing you a speedy recovery, and may we have lunch or dinner soon together in full health. Take care, everybody. Be good human beings. Go after people's ideas, but show compassion and mercy to people when they are down. Cheers, everybody.